Is Shefali Verma your captain in all the fantasy teams? Did you also know that South African player Ismail is the fastest bowler in the world? Now, did you know that Ismail has dismissed Shefali Verma 3 times in the last 4 encounters? Does this player matchup tickle your fancy? Well, let's watch this complete video for more player matchups, recent form, and information about all the players to prepare you for the India vs South Africa match which is going to take place in a few hours. The first T20 international between India and South Africa is going to take place at Lucknow from 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. In the recent ODI series, South Africa defeated India by 4-1. Toss played a very major role as the chasing team won each time. In this game, dew factor will be very critical. In the 4 T20 internationals which are played at this ground, all the 4 were won by the team batting first. It will be a very sporting pitch and you will see runs on the board as well as little help for the fast bowlers and the spinners. Let's look at the schedule. T20 international matches will be played on 20, 21 and 23rd March. These matches will be played at Bharat Ratna Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee Ekana Cricket Stadium at Lucknow, and live telecast can be enjoyed on Star Sports and Disney Plus Hotstar in India. Let's look at the squads. These are the Indian women's squad and South African women's squad. You can pause the screen and look at all the players. We are going to discuss about them in detail in the few minutes. Let's look at the head-to-head record of India and South Africa. Overall, India has won 7 matches while South Africa has managed to win only 1. And in India has won 4 matches while South Africa has won only 1 match. Now let's briefly know information about all the players. In the wicket-keeping section, for India we have Sushma Verma, who didn't have a great ODI series, but she played a very good knock of 34 in Women's T20 Challenge that took place in Dubai along with the IPL. India has another wicket-keeping option in Nusrat Parveen. If she plays, she will be a definite starter in my team. She plays very big knocks in the middle order, and among the South African players, Shetty is the most experienced wicketkeeper. She averages around 18 in the T20 international career. Brits will be the X factor in this game. She has a very low selection and she can be your captain as well as vice captain option, and then you can perform very good in the Grand Leagues. She scored 2 half centuries in her last 2 innings. Jafta recently played in the ODI series and she did not perform very well with the bat. Let's look at the batting section among the Indian players. We have 2 world-class batting stars in Smriti Mandhana and Shefali Verma. You can see both of them opening for the team. In the recent ODI series, Mandhana got good starts but she failed to convert them into big scores. Shefali will be playing for the first time after a long break. She has the highest strike rate in the world, but she is a hit or miss kind of player. Jemimah hasn't played a big knock since the T20 World Cup in Australia. She has failed to cross the score of 15 in her last 9 innings. Ayushi Soni is a very talented all-rounder. She was praised by both Harmanpreet Kaur and Mithali Raj during the T20 Challenge, but it will not be easy for us to judge her performance as she hasn't recently played much recently. Richa Ghosh is also a very young and talented player, but so far she has failed to convert good starts into big scores. Her highest score recently is only 18. All of these players can be in your scheme of things for a team combination. Among the South African players, Lizelle Lee has been the most impressive player so far in the ODI series. She scored over 200 runs and is one of the best players in the world right now. She is a very good candidate for your captaincy and vice captaincy. Du Plessis is also a very experienced batter and recently won last 2 ODIs for her team by playing very good knocks. Wolvaardt is one of the most promising players in the team. She averages 44 in ODIs, but her average drops down to 23 in T20 internationals. Goodall is the only left-hander in the team and her performance has been very decent so early in her career. I will not suggest Faye Tunnicliffe to you. She has scored only 38 runs so far in 7 innings she has played. Let's move on to the all-rounder section. Among the Indian players, Harmanpreet Kaur is going to miss out the first T20 international due to injury, so remove her from the team to make better team combination. Dipti Sharma has had a very good Nippon T20 Cup, but she failed to impress in the recently concluded ODI series. Lack of left-handed batsmen in the South African team is also one of the primary reasons behind her average performance. Pratyusha Chalaru Had a very good Nippon Cup. She is a spinner, and if the pitch suggests the spinners, you can consider her in your Grand League team. Simran Dil Bahadur was also part of the T20 challenge. She is good all-rounder but may not get a chance in the series. Harleen Deol hasn't impressed with her bat, but she can chip in a wicket here and there through her off-spin. She has played some very good knocks in the T20 challenge, but so far in her international career, her highest score has just been of 14 in the 4 innings. Among the South African players, Mariana Kaap is the best all-rounder. She bowls fast and is a very powerful hitter. She can be your captaincy and vice-captaincy option in the small and grand leagues. Sunil Luz hasn't performed up to her potential in last few matches. She was the captain of ODI team. De Klerk can be your X-factor. She has a very low selection. She is a very powerful player, and she has a very powerful player battle against Smriti Mandhana, about which we will talk later. In the last ODI match, she took 3 wickets with the ball. Bosch is a very talented player, and you can consider her for small leagues as well as grand leagues. Now let's move on to the bowling section. Among the Indian players, Poonam Yadav has failed to fire in the ODI series. She failed to take even a single wicket from the 4 matches she played. Since her brilliant performance against Australia in the T20 World Cup, she has failed to take more than 1 wicket in any match. Radha Yadav can be expected in the bowling section. Whenever she takes wickets, she takes them in bulk. Mansi Joshi is a good fast bowler, and if the pitch supports the fast bowlers, then she can take some early wickets. Rajeshwari Gaikwad impressed a lot in the recently concluded ODI series, and I will not suggest to drop her in any small leagues. Arundhati Reddy is a very good medium fast bowler, but she hasn't taken a lot of wickets in the T20 international career. Monica Patel played in the ODI series but failed to take any wicket. Overall, I must say the fast bowling lineup is very inexperienced. Among the South African players, Ismail, she is one of the fastest bowlers in the world, and she is going to be a key player. If she manages to take out Mandhana and Shefali Verma, Indian team could be in a lot of trouble. Indian openers need to play her very carefully. Khaka and Shikukune are other fast bowling options. Shikukune has been performing very well in the last few matches, and I will suggest to take her in your grand leagues as well as small leagues. I will also suggest to take Shangas and Mlawa only if the pitch supports the spinners. Now let's talk about the recent form of the players. In the recently concluded ODI series, Lizelle Lee Dupreez, Harmanpreet Kaur, Laura Woolward and Smriti Mandhana as well as Goodell, they were the top 6 run scorers who will be playing in this series. Lee scored 288 runs in the 4 innings while Smriti Mandhana scored 147 runs in the 5 innings. Among the bowlers, Rajeshwari Gaikwad, Ismail and Shikukune were the top wicket takers. Now let's also talk about our favorite player segment called Player Battles. In the recent few matches, South African fast bowlers have performed very well against India. Ismail has taken the wicket of Shefali Verma 3 times in 26 balls. Kaap also got Mandhana 3 times in 37 balls. Mandhana should also be careful because in the last 2 innings she lost her wicket to De Klerk both the times in just 5 balls. De Klerk has taken wicket of Dipti Sharma twice in 19 balls and Ismail has taken wicket of Jemimah twice in 21 balls. While the South African fast bowlers have dominated Indian batters, Indian spinners have caused the majority of damage to the South African batters. While I told you about recent form of Brits, she has also been able to face Dipti Sharma comfortably. In the last 15 balls, Dipti Sharma has bowled against the Brits. She has taken her wicket twice, but I think Brits will dominate the contest this time. Poonam Yadav has also taken wicket of Lizelle Lee twice in last 3 innings. Poonam Yadav has also taken wickets of Luz thrice in last 40 balls. And she gave away only 6 runs. She gave away only 41 runs in the process. It will be a good contest between South African fast bowlers and Indian spinners. When we talk about the death bowlers generally have very high probability of taking wickets. De Klerk and Radha Yadav will be good options for your team. Now let's look at our probable fantasy team. In the wicket-keeping section, we have very good options. We have Verma, Brits, Chetty and Parveen. If Brits plays, we will definitely take her in our team. She has a very low selection and as I told you, she is in a very good form. If Chetty plays, we will also take her because she is very experienced. And in the Indian wicket-keeping section, we have Sushma Verma and Parveen. Whoever plays, we will try to take her. Now, Sushma Verma, you can try to drop her because she hasn't performed very well in the international career. But Parveen, I think she has a very good potential and she can be a good batter in the middle order in the lack of experience of Harmanpreet Kaur. So, right now I am taking Brits, but if Parveen plays, I will also take Parveen in my team. In the batting section, we will take Mandana. She is a very good T20 batter. We will also take Lizelle. She is in a very good form. Shefali Verma, we can't drop her. Even though Ismail has a good probability of taking her wicket early on because Shefali is playing after a long time and they have a very good interesting player battle. I believe Shefali Verma can hit a lot of runs and well, you can see she hasn't played recent matches, but if she plays, she can score even a half century and you can lose a lot of points. She's kind of a hit and miss kind of player, so you may not give her captaincy or vice captaincy, but take her in the team. Dumfries is also in a very good form, and we have Wolvart also. Now, between these two players, I will prefer Wolvart. Dumfries is a good option, but India doesn't have good fast bowlers who can take wicket of Wolvart early in the innings, so Wolvart can score few runs for the team. And among from the other players, you can consider Jemima Rodriguez in your team. In the all-rounder section, Harmanpreet Kaur is not going to play this match, so we will not consider her. Mariana Cap, we will not drop her. We will even consider her for captaincy or vice captaincy. She is also a fast bowler and she starts the innings generally for her team. In the bowling department. Now, Dipti Sharma, she didn't have a good ODI series, but she played very well in the latest Nippon T20 Cup, so I will take her in my team. D. Clark, she can be our X Factor, and she performed very well in the last ODI, and her player matchups are also very strong, so we will consider her. Let's move on to the bowling section. Ismail, we cannot drop her. She performed very well against India in the recently concluded ODI series, and she has a very good player matchups. I will also take one of Radha Yadav and Rajeshwari Gaikwad. Currently I am going with Gaikwad because Gaikwad had a very good ODI series. She is in a good form. And now we have 8 cards left and I will go for Sheku Kune. Sheku Kune has performed very well in her last few matches and the probability of taking wickets is very high. Now who should we give captaincy and vice captaincy? Let's look at all the options. We can see that most of the players have made Lizelle as their captain and their vice captain option is Mandana or Mariana Cap. Shefali Verma is a very risky option, so I will suggest you to make her captain or vice captain only in your Grand League team. Dipti Sharma is another good option. When she performs, she gives you a lot of points. Currently, I will go with Lizelle and Smriti Mandana. But we can later change the options after the toss. Now I request you to join my Telegram channel because after the toss, if some of the players miss out, then I will change my team and I will put my updated team on the Telegram. I will also give you all the last minute updates, all the injury updates and pitch condition on the Telegram channel. If you like my analysis, then please subscribe the channel for more videos. I will also be uploading all the important information on my website and I will give you the link in the description. Also see the top comment for link to join my Telegram channel. For more interesting states, you can follow me on the Twitter and I will give the link of my Twitter account on the top comment. Thank you for joining me. Now we will meet in the next video.